welcome back to my art and graphic design channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. You guys, we have hit 100,000 subscribers. I honestly cannot believe that. It's been a really long journey of very inconsistent YouTubing, but we have gotten there because when you actually are consistent and you actually do what you're supposed to be doing, you get places in life. Who would have thought? But no, really, I worked really hard on hitting 100K, and you all are the ones to thank. I am so happy that you're here watching me and subscribing and commenting and liking and just being here and part of this design community that I've made here. Thank you all so much. I feel really nervous talking about this, but anyway, let's talk about the year 2024. I think hitting 100K at the beginning of the year in January, this is the right tone to set off the year and just get organized and get excited and actually get to work. So yes, I just wanted to sit down with you and talk goal setting, the year, resetting for the year, getting productive, organized, all of those things. And especially as creatives and designers and artists, I want to help you out with just organizing yourself and setting intentions and goals for the year. So at the end of every year / beginning of every new year, I sit down and I goal set. And I actually do this with my mom because she is just like the best goal setter ever. And she really lays out plans for me and we discuss it and it just really helps me. So I thought I would impart that onto you. Sit down with me and let's get going. Now, this is not sponsored in any way, but I do all of my organization, everything for my job and my YouTube channel, everything I do is on Notion. So it's not sponsored, but I do everything on Notion. So this is what I got. So in my goals for 2024, I am doing more specific goals this year. So this is something I don't normally do. In the past few years, I've done more overarching yearly goals, but I found that I don't really hit goals like that because it can feel very far away. Like, oh, by the end of this year, I want to get this done. It's really a big gap in sort of my thinking and my actions to get toward that goal, and just like it's just like forgotten by the end of the year, you know? So this year I'm doing something different. I'm actually doing goals by quarter. And this is my biggest tip for you guys. Quarter your entire life. Let's talk about it. So there's 4 quarters in a year, 3 months each, and I just think it's so much better to actually set intentions and goals for yourself based on those timelines, because then you don't feel like you're falling behind in something and you feel like you have an intention for the next 3 months, what you can get done, what you can at least work on. It doesn't need to be something that's completed by the end of those 3 months. It's more like, okay, what am I going to start working on and start paying attention to and actually dedicate time to in these 3 months? So that's basically how I'm setting up my goals for the year, especially my business goals. So for example, my first goal of the year was to hit 100,000 subscribers, and I did it within the first month, which obviously I knew I was getting closer and closer. It was just a matter of time. It was a matter of when, not if, which got really exciting for me. But it was one of my overarching goals for the last year. And yeah, I didn't hit it, but I hit it within the first month of 2024. And that is really just exciting to me, but also it was something I just sat and focused with in the first month because I was so close to it. It was the only main priority. I said, okay, let's just get there, get working on that, like post videos, ask people to subscribe, do those things to get there. And then once I get there, let's start the next step. So the next step for me is now working on brand deals. So I kind of took a little moment's rest and just focused on the 100K. And then now I'm going to focus on getting brand deals, working with more brands and focusing on that. So that's where my energy is gonna go. And as you can see, that's not a goal that needs to be done by the end of 3 months. That's a goal that's just, here's my intentional way of thinking and actually taking a few hours in the day to do those things. Also written down here is find a job. I know that you're probably like, what the heck? Like, don't you have a job? Yes, technically this is my job, but I'm also thinking about looking into different part-time jobs, or maybe I want to switch up my career in terms of like what I'm doing day to day. I might want to do a job with a company. I'm still not sure, so that's just something I wrote down, like start exploring it, look into it. Do you want to do it? Look into how much it takes to apply to jobs, right? So that's also a new goal for me. And because that's only for the first quarter of the year, it's more of an exploratory goal setting type of vision for myself. Like check it out, dedicate time, do it, see what you feel in 3 months. Like kind of check in with yourself at the end of each quarter. So if you are a freelancer, I think this can really help you as well. Separating your year by quarters and filling in where you want to work with people, where you have space to work with people and the capacity to. I have seen a lot of my friends who are freelancers kind of break things up by 3-month intervals. So they'll say like, I'm booking for Q2 of the year already, and kind of plan ahead from now and see how that helps their business in booking people out and how much time they can dedicate to each project. So yeah, it's just a really good way of thinking, especially if you are a freelancer. I think this is a really good tip for just setting out your year. If you're starting freelance, if you're trying to figure it out, think of it kind of in 3-month intervals, and then that can help you contact clients, know how long your projects are going to take, that sort of thing. So yes, for me, I'm kind of looking for a job, kind of not. I'm still confused, but I think writing it down and just having a game plan for myself is really helping me feel more calm about it and not so like rushed or just feeling like lost with my career, you know? So like with freelance, I still take the time, I set that time aside to work with people when I need to. So that's an open-ended thing, but I'm also taking the time to look for myself to see if I want a different type of job. And then of course, a lot of my job is centered around YouTube and content creation with graphic design for you guys. So that is a lot different, I guess, than everyone is doing, but I really think that you should prioritize, especially if you're a freelancer and you're trying to get clients, you should prioritize posting on social media and figuring out how much you want to dedicate time to that. So that can be something that you incorporate into your goal setting and your 3 months by 3 months. Like, where do you want to be followers wise? Where do you want to be clients wise? Like, how is that going to help you? How is social media going to help you get clients? That type of stuff. So like for me, I have a content planner where I plan out videos. Like you can also do this with like Instagram posts or like projects you're posting, or when you're posting onto your portfolio, updating your portfolio month by month. So yeah, this is a great way to do that. This is the content planner. So you can write in a category. I put YouTube video, or I put, you know, short or whatever. And then this is where I'm posting. So I just do like ideas, if I'm gonna do it next, if it's in progress, and if it's published. This really helps me organize myself and just feel accomplished when I actually do post something. It's kind of like when you just write a list, you get to check it off. I do the same with my weekly agenda. I can show you that in a sec. But yeah, I just love to have a list of my ideas. Even if I don't end up doing them, you just delete them. But yeah, like you can do projects, you can do posts, when you're gonna post reels or Instagram, like how you're gonna use social media, especially if you want to get your work out there. Not everyone has to be an influencer or a content creator, but if you are a designer, an artist, you do want to be posting your work. I mean, we live in an online world. There's plenty of ways to get jobs or get contacts online. Like all the networking is happening online. So if you can post your work, if you can get clients through DMs, like there's so many ways to do that. So I would say just plan out your content, when you want to post, how much you want to post, and your goals for growing on social media or getting clients that way or whatever it is. So for my weekly agenda, that's where I break down what I'm doing day by day. And sometimes I go into my daily planner as well, and I write down like hour by hour how I'm going to fill my day. But it doesn't really have to be that serious. I do it as a guide for what I want to get done in the week. And again, this just helps me with meetings I have, or clients I need to talk to, or people I need to follow up with. I just write all this stuff down, and it can just really help your business and getting yourself organized, especially if you feel all over the place during the week. Really, the most important thing for me is making sure my goals are realistic and that I actually have steps in place to get there. As artists, as designers, we should take the time and have the space and capacity to do personal projects as well in this amount of time, even when you're working, even when you're busy. I think it's so important to always be practicing or always learning something new, or just updating your portfolio, keeping things up to date. Just having creative outlets outside of work, even though you do a creative job. I think it's really important to do personal projects. So I think it's good to take that time as well. This really helps me, a person like me, because I don't really hold schedules very well, and I really have to feel motivated or creative in the moment. It's really by feeling. And so this, at least the way I do it, really helps me actually sit down and get to work, get things done, have a schedule, like more of a flexible but realistic schedule for myself, that I actually do have to give myself deadlines once in a while, you know, things like that, especially as freelancers or, you know, when you work for yourself. It can be hard to actually face deadlines. Sometimes you just need other people to tell you when. So yes, it really helps me and I hope it can help you. Sometimes we can feel like we're failing and feel like we're not getting to the goals that we want to get to, especially when we just set the bar so high. It feels like we're disappointing ourselves, and I know that's like the worst feeling ever. But hopefully you are in a little bit of a better place. It's the beginning of the year. Give yourself time, space, breathe. It's okay. Give yourself grace, you're good. There's plenty of time to reach your goals and get what you want in your career. And if you are an artist and you're just trying to get your work out there, just post. Just start doing things, and then, you know, the goals will come if you don't even know what you want out of your career yet. That will all come later. Just start posting, just start making, just start doing whatever you want. Yeah. But yes, things will happen if you just keep working toward it in a realistic way. So I hope this helped. And if you enjoyed this video and planning with me for the year, how I do it, please give it a like. It really, really helps my channel. And YouTube is not pushing my videos. I don't know what's going on. But if you saw this and you watched, please give it a like and let me know if you watched to the end. I would love to know. And I don't know what just happened, but what a jolting ending. I will see you in the next video. My other camera just overheated, so I'm just using this camera now. Picked up this camera just to end the video because I was literally in the last 10 seconds. Okay, I'll see you. Bye!